All right, so see, this is from last August, Kevin. That toe's pointed down in a very normal, natural fashion compared to your first swing we saw today, where so you're real flat with your wrist and the wrists aren't cocked at all. And then as we kept looking at it today, from face on, that was that one, I'll delete that one. All right, so from face on, again, you see the swing was real short because those wrists weren't getting cocked at all. That's where we started. And then with the driver, we saw the same thing, where the club wasn't going back very far. But then on the very first one, and most people, I wouldn't try this with their driver, but I thought you could handle it, Kevin. But man, I bet he'd probably be able to handle this with his driver even. There's the difference. There's the top of your backswing on both. And it's normal to feel kind of wild and crazy at first. You're out of control. But obviously you're hitting it much better as you got used to it here today. And then this is how it looks from face on. Much more normal length swing than what we saw with that driver starting out today. And there's more speed here. Look at this, man. Here you are at impact. See what I mean? So look how much more speed there is with the club head and your hands and arms and everything. See, it's following through. It's whipping around you more on the new blue one over here on our left. Because the wrist hinge there on the backswing right there kind of helps it whip through more on the downswing. And it whips around you more instead of being kind of stiff-wristed where it stops it more over here on the right. I like that a lot, buddy. And then you did it with the iron again. And you're on the plane line better. And this is what I asked you starting out today. See, one of the ways you can get better on the plane line is actually work better on the wrist hinge. Quite often that helps you get on the plane line better. That's why I asked you. I couldn't remember what we did how much we did to attack it last time. I like that a lot. Any questions about that? Jeff? I love it, bud. Love the ball flight.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied that things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we can come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.